And here's the thing about LSU. What have we talked about with LSU, Brent? We've talked about them not closing games. We saw Brian Kelly week 1 getting pissed off, slamming his thing. We got to do this. We got to finish it. We got to close games. They needed plays late in this game. Dude, Nussmeier, how do you not love this cat, man? Like, 4th down and 10, he makes plays. He scrambles around and finds Taylor. Taylor got involved late in this game from the tight end spot, by the way. He had to get more involved. He did, made big plays, but this offense, way more shots aggressive down the field against Ole Miss because I think they had to take shots. They knew it. Ole Miss plays aggressive because that defensive line usually gets pressure. But we talked about it this week coming into the game. We talked about Death Valley at night and how much that can impact games and ruffle feathers and make things hard. And Ole Miss didn't create enough. They kicked too many field goals. They kicked 4 field goals. We're not used to seeing that from Lane.
It's a defensive game. I think it was very much a defensive game. A lot of pressure. LSU 4 for LSU. That guy can get after the quarterback. But Nussmeier is amazing because you'll see him make 2 of just really random where is the ball going throws, and then he'll pull back and make 2 of the best throws you've seen all year. And he did it late, and then Lacey made the play. It sets up a very interesting ride for LSU because they've got 2 straight road games now at Arkansas and then at A&M. And it just doesn't get any easier when that schedule with the SEC.
Well, and then they'll host Bama.
Host Bama after a bye, but you think about that. All right, we got to go to Arkansas, who's coming off a bye and just had a big win of their own, and then A&M's rolling, and then you get Bama at home. But big win for them. More so, I think more so impactful loss for Ole Miss, just because of their schedule and what's coming up with them already having the loss to Kentucky. That almost puts them in a win out type situation. I think we kind of talked about this game as a potential, loser leaves town match.
Yeah.
And that was a big time loss for
Well,
Ole Miss.
And Ole Miss, and you saw Trey Harris didn't finish the game. He was in street clothes, which hurt them. He missed a big play early that he could have scored a touchdoation. They had
made a really big play.
Yeah, he made a big play too, but their offense looked out of sync. Jaxson Dart looked like, late. Here's the thing. They still struggle to run the football and punch it in the red, and they're still missing shots. I don't know, man. We saw their offense the first several weeks, and we were like, dude, they're world beaters, but they played some of the worst teams in the country, and it's just it's very much come down to earth. And this offense, the running back spot, I feel like Bentley gave him more tonight. I feel like he gave him some punch too, and they made some plays, but it's just not. They're just not as explosive as you would think they would have been, and I think it drives Lane absolutely nuts, especially having to kick 4 field goals. He's the analytical guy; like he goes for it. That's what he does.
And when you think about if you're an Ole Miss fan, offense is what we do. Offense is what we do. Well, guess what? Your team is now. Your team's a defensive-led team, and you don't really have enough guys in the backfield on offense to consistently.
And by the way. Just don't, and you can't have these mistakes right before the half with less than 30 seconds left. You're throwing the football, or you give the ball to your running back, and he fumbles the football, and LSU gets a field goal out of it. And again, their defense in the past, I think, would have broken several of these games in the past 3 games, but their defense is so good they've kept them in ball games and been consistent.